Okay, so this is the third time to make this video. Hopefully this will work this time. Because what happened is I was showing you what's broken, and then it's not fixed, but I found a way to kind of get around things, which I'll show you in just a second. So the first thing I do want to show you is, my sites, my business sites and such are in the same kind of state. So it's not, I'm not trying to pick on you or anything like that to have this up. What I was kind of trying to do here is we have, which actually I'm gonna have to show you two different versions of this, but we kind of have this original, closer to original layout, which this is the one that's broken. And what you can see here, if we go to this is Access Press. Now this is a third-party theme that it cost me like $600 to buy into, and then basically they stopped updating and fixing the issues that were coming up, and I'll show you what happens. So if we click on to go to portfolio and see and edit your paintings, you can't do that. If we click on, say, let's go to pages, we can't do that. So everything's broken because you just get a white screen. So what I did is switched over to this Divi plugin, or Divi theme builder, which basically you could come check this out, but it's what's on your site, and I'll show you that in just a second. First thing I do want to show you is I found an alternate way to pull up these original entries you did, and let me just show you what happens, because this is this will show you why why things are kind of where they are. I hope you understand after you see what I'm going to show you here. So if we go into open this, so you can see we come in here. This is the information from just that section on your site, which is just around 2,000 pages of information. So if we come up, you can see, this is what you wrote. This one of these is going to be the actual picture, which is actually higher up. Well, I guess it would probably be this one or something. And all these things are tied together. Oh, I guess it must be this. Let's see if this loads a picture. So it just does the description and doesn't actually pull the picture, which is something that, another thing that needs to be fixed, but that's broken from Access Press theme, which I say theme, and you got to understand this is a framework that you build on. So it's just like a tool that you use, and then you can shape it into whatever you want. Divi is a framework which allows a little more control, and is also great because I bought into their lifetime membership, and this is the #1 selling theme in the world. So they're not going to go away anytime soon, and their support is excellent. So if I've had a problem, I email them and they fix it right away. There's been no issues. So that's what I've switched you over to. Now, of course, you have to enter your pictures and your descriptions that are like these. And let's see if this pulls up. Yeah, so that doesn't pull up the picture. Now, what you're looking at is the old Access Press theme. So I'm going to take this off and show you how things change when we go back to Divi. which is, I said Divi, it's actually Elegant Themes is the company. Divi is the name of this framework and builder. And I'll show you why it's so powerful. Because if you come in like the front page and say you don't like something, normally you're going to click on edit and you're going to see this back end page with all these blocks of text and options, right? Well, the difference in this one is there's actually at the top of our page, it says enable visual builder. And what it does is opens up this screen, but you have these build elements on here. And then you can actually say, you can actually do your edits real time and see them real time to make sure that, that's what you want to do. Then you save it just like I did there. You click exit, and this is what's actually on your site right now. So that being said, now what's different about this theme and what the problem is Access Press locks and hides that portfolio section. So you can see it's completely gone. It's absolutely positively not there. It does not exist. So you can see we've got projects, feedback, appearance, plugin, user, tool, everything. It's just gone. If we reload these pages, you can see how they're different now. Because that portfolio section's gone, that's why the paintings are missing from here. So what's the difference is from portfolio we have to move to project, and this takes some programming, and it's not something that's standard and it takes programming because Access Press hides it. And if I show you the original file, you can see that's hidden in over 6,000 lines of code that we have to go through to pull that stuff out, when it's only 38 entries so far. And even on the the non hidden version, which is still hidden because this doesn't have all the information we need, it's still 2,000 lines of code. But there's been a development recently, because I've been working through this problem trying to figure this out. Spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out how we can get through this, and to kind of give you a breakdown of what we're looking at. You can see each of these values is like a tag, and then this is the information in the tag. Well, there's another format called a CSV, which works the same way. Everything's separated by a comma now, so you have instead of tags, you have commas, and then you have the information in between the commas. Well, the reason that's important or should matter to you at all is because recently I was able to complete another project that imported this exact data here into a WordPress by programmatically taking just the section we needed, which was email and if they're subscribed or not. And then from there, what's important to you here and what should matter is the fact that if I figured out how to get over some of these hurdles with this particular instance here. So I'll be able to go back and feed these files in, and then from there I'll be able to feed out another file, which we'll just take into this import section, and then run this WordPress importer, and then that will populate all these projects, and that will kind of refresh us back to kind of where things were in kind of a pre-problematic state before Access Press broke, before GoDaddy broke, and everything kind of fell apart. So that's kind of where things are now. What you have to decide here is, do you like this layout better or good enough over the old layout? Differences being, like, this is called a full width layout, the other one was called a box layout, The color scheme is different, but as I showed you, it's just as easy for you to go in and change the color scheme as it is for me. Because you can come down here to, let's say, this color right here, and see it says color, and then you can actually just color, and then that, and then you can check mark it, and then you can save it. And once you've saved it, you can exit Visual Builder. And now this is real live on your site. This is actually here. And some of your accent colors and things, they're also very easy for you to change. In this customizer setting, you get to see everything real live, real time. So come in here and say, like, it's probably a bad example. Let's go with general settings. Look, box layout, there's a difference there. That one, typography, this is what I was looking for. So you can see, like, a link color is blue right now, this kind of light blue. Let's go more along the lines. So let's do like a red, a dark red. And then we can say body text color. I would leave that alone because that's your readability. Once you save and publish, it'll pull you back over, so you can see what changes you made. So you can see this is kind of the current state of things. And the holdup of trying to figure out how to program these things together and import your old entries and do all these things has it's something I've tried several times with varied degrees of success, and I've had to reset things. Your site has been kind of at this state for however long, which actually so like on this particular computer, October is when I tried to download that last time. I know that I made this change to Divi several months ago, probably at the beginning of the year, because I just purchased this. So as things have progressed, I've kind of gone in and made changes to try and get things up to speed. But this is not something that was ever intended for me to do alone. This was something you were supposed to be working on with me. Now, if you're unsure how to do something, there's this module on your website right here. If you click for help, you can actually come in here, and I'll show you how this works. So you can say, like, I need to edit a page. So you can say edit page.
In this walkthrough, we're going to make changes to a page that you've already published. Let's get started. Click Pages.
So you can see it actually moves over and highlights the area you need to click, and it waits for you.
We're now on the Pages screen. Find the page that you'd like to edit and click the title.
You can see it highlights those to show you they're there.
This is the Edit Page screen. There are some points to keep in mind when you're making changes. First is the permalink. If you change the permalink, older links to your page might stop working. We recommend not changing it unless absolutely necessary. So just click Continue. Next is the parent page. If your page has a parent page, changing the parent page will also change the page permalink. WordPress will try...
Okay, so you can see it does an in-depth walkthrough of all the information you need. Now, what happens is when you come to a page to edit it, and you can see this is the page that was pulled up here, basically this right here. So when you come to a page to edit it, you can just click on this Use Divi Builder and then use Visual Builder, and now you can see what it looks like real time and make your changes. a better area maybe to focus some effort is in like this section. So we have the wildlife, and you can click here. You might come in and say, well, I don't like the way this is spaced. So you might do this, and like my editor is telling me this is wrong and this is wrong. This needs a space also. And then there's another section down here. Now this will pull in the paintings once they're loaded from that file. So once I figure that out, this will actually pull those in to this section. Close that, and then allow it to actually be seen. So right now, you can't see those. But let's say you want to just like, let's do this. Let's actually do a little editing here. Come on. I'll have to do this a little differently. I'm not sure what's happening here with my computer not selecting the text, but even if, let's say you're having an issue like I'm having right now, you can come in here and click on this thing and you get the same layout that you have there. But you can come in here and say like, take a walk on the wild side, select that, and actually make it bold. Actually even make it like a heading. Let's make it a heading. Enter section down here. Try to make all of that a heading. And just come in and say paragraph. And you can see. So check mark that. Switch this back off, and you can see those changes are really there. And yeah, now you can see it's actually letting me select the text like it should have been. So we can actually do like same thing for this one. Say bold. That's not what we want. But you can see I can make these changes on the fly without, you don't have to know anything special. And then if you do have to know something, we've got the guide on the back end to help you with that. So if we save this and then we exit the visual builder, we can see our changes are real and live. And then the reason this says nothing found is because there are no, none of the projects are in this site yet from these files. And that's kind of what it's been the holdup here. The question, the questions that come back to you are, if you'd rather, you can re-enter that information to create a profile or portfolio, but it's through projects now. And so you'd say add new, and then you would come in and type up your blurb, and then you would set whichever image that is particularly about, and that's it as far as that goes. Other than, and I don't want to add these, I'm not going to actually save this, but and the reason I'm not going to save these is because if we're still trying to import the old file, when we import it, it'll cause all kinds of issues if these already exist. But you can see the only thing you're left to do is select the appropriate category for each painting. So that's kind of where things are. I hope that gives you a better understanding of why things are the way they are. And if I want to give you some options here, I do need to know what your choices are as far as, are we moving forward with this particular layout? Do Do you want me to keep trying to import the already created data, or do you want to do that again yourself? And then, beyond that, do we want to make additional changes that could actually cost more? And that's kind of, these things are up to you, and things that you have to get back with me on. Because my assumption that I've been operating on is that you didn't want to re-enter things, and we wanted to try and import this data. So that's what my focus has been on, is how can we import all of this data back into the website. So I hope that clears things up. Maybe we have a better understanding now. Try to make this video a couple times to keep the focus on what things we need to do to move forward, rather than what's happened in the past. But you have to let me know what you want here.